Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and we are back for some more F125 League Racing content, and we are here finally for the return of Rapid Racing League for season number 4 on F125, and we are here for the opening round, the Japanese Grand Prix, and I'm excited to be back in the league. It's been we took a long hiatus from it, from the stuff that was going on in my personal life, but also refueled, regenerated for 25. Also, brand new rule changes coming in. We now have team principals, driver contracts, all the fun stuff. A lot of good things for the future of this league, and I am very excited to be part of it. But give you a quick heads up on where we stand. Race 1, we have signed a multi-year, a 2-season deal with Kick Sauber. And there's actually a lot of new faces that have now joined the league. So you might remember some familiar faces. You might see some new people. You might see some people from another league that I'm in. So yeah, it's very exciting. But yeah, that was the quick gems of it. We've signed with Kick Sauber on a 2-season deal. And we also have a teammate and Stealth, who, if you remember him from LDR, he is also here in this league, and we have teamed up with him. And yeah, I'm very much excited, and to get to the first race is also very exciting. So first laps around Japan. Didn't know if I was really going to make race 1. Kind of had some things get in the way before this race even happened. But thankfully I was here to make it in time, and I'm very grateful I did, because I definitely did want to race today. And to be fair, this was coming off of a really just difficult week in general, because still felt mentally exhausted from Nürburgring, so getting back to the F1 game was a little bit tough to get back used to it, but so far I just had a good banker in 129 flat, so it really wasn't that great of a lap. It puts us P9, not ideal, and obviously we do need to find a little bit more time, so we go for the final lap, only doing 2 runs, and yeah, that was the max downs we can get. So let's take a full lap around the Japanese circuit, and going down into turn number 1 and 2. Very much probably one of my favorite corners to kind of get, and then you get a good slingshot. You now approach the Yeses section, which is honestly just really satisfying to hit now in this year's game. Go down to 5th gear just to kind of getting used to the car. Like I said, I mean, I haven't really played much of the game so far from all the stuff that's been going on with the endurance racing and all that, so it's kind of been, I definitely am very much off the pace, which is not great, because it's not how you want to start a brand new season, but we're off the pace a little bit, but it's okay. We'll gain all that stuff back, I guess you could say, in the meantime. But yeah, now approaching towards Spoon Curve as we go down this next straight. 3/10 up, so not too terrible right now at the moment, but we are slowly kind of gaining that momentum as we now approach down to Spoon Curve. Taking it in 4th, run out very wide, lose about 2/10 already through there, so that was not great. Already kind of having a terrible lap to begin with, so we definitely lost within 3/10, maybe in between that corners. Now we approach the Casio Triangle, 130R now, and now here comes the Casio Triangle. Very much a tricky braking zone a little bit, because you can easily cuck up the lap if you just don't nail it, and we don't really nail it too great, but we somehow found time on the exit, so I'll take that. We come across the line now. Where is this going to put us? And it puts us P8, 128.6. So, yeah, honestly, it's an improvement. I mean, it's not terrible, but obviously I kind of wish the lap time was a little bit better. So 7/10 off. Spicy gets pole position with the 127.8. And there's the GOAT, Reimer, in P2. I got him in here. He was only 2/1000 of a second off a pole position, so he was giving it all. And then we have Docta, who is also joined, I think, towards the off-season stuff, so he's very quick. He's definitely probably a future world champion in here, and yeah, it's very much exciting times within the league, and very much be part of it. So here we go for our strategy. Like I said, I did a career mode race around here, and honestly, I didn't know what I was doing, so we're going to possibly attempt a one-stop. We're going to do medium to hard. That might honestly work legitimately, medium to hard, and it honestly just depends, because I heard that the hards, they don't feel all that bad when you go to the end of the race, but we're going to give it a go and see how it is. And honestly, it just depends on how the tire is. So I think we'll start taking this into consideration for more league races, to start doing one-stops, because maybe it could work and maybe it doesn't work. Who really knows? But formation laps was on, and we lined up on the grid. And it's a 14-car grid tonight, 14-car grid this afternoon. Not the best of no. It's actually not bad numbers considering to where we were about a couple of months ago. So this is very much exciting. Brand new grid, brand new drivers, brand new season, all the fun stuff as we now approach the 5 red lights here. For 27 laps around the Japanese Grand Prix, lights out, and away we go. We actually get a somewhat of a decent start, and actually we got really ahead of Ben already at the start, so not bad. And I really struggled with the start so far, the start of the game. But down into number 1 and 2, everyone's keeping it a little bit clean. Indy goes down the inside, and he's going to have the outside line as we now approach the yeses part. So wheel-to-wheel racing here. Indy's got the inside. We'll also sneak, possibly thought about sneaking my nose in there, and he's actually gone out a little bit wide. So we'll back off, and then we'll try to get him into the next couple of corners. But everybody made it through pretty clean, no contact behind, so that's also good to see. But yeah, we did overtake Ben. He had a horrific start. He is also starting in the hard tires, so we do need to consider that as well. But he's going to possibly run the mediums at the end. He might be going for a 2-stop. Who really knows? I don't know what strategies people are going to do. We get us down the inside on its Indy. We gives it actually completely leaves the door open, and he broke a little bit early, so we capitalized on that. And yeah, so far that is lap 1 done. So not terrible. Up a few positions. Squirrel and Indy are fighting for P9, I believe. Squirrel got around Indy, and they're also just going to be battling. So now it's trying to catch up to K and D and see if we can get close within them. And the dirty air, specifically around Japan, it's a little bit it's really not the best. The dirty air is just it feels. I hate it because, yeah, obviously it's realistic, but I mean it's sometimes just terrible to follow cars, and specifically what these drivers do in real life. I mean I don't know how they do it because the dirty air is I hate it. I can't stand it, and specifically around Japan with it a track where a lot of fast corners, the understeer is no joke, so not ideal. But so far, Business looks like he had a little bit of some wheel spin on the exit, not ideal, and it actually goes out wide, and we actually go out wide as well. So we join them in the party of completely missing the apex, and we get around them, and K&B still moves up as well, and we're going to have actually a pretty good run on K&B as we now approach 130R. Probably another great opportunity to pass if you got the balls to go around the outside of someone at 130R. We're actually going to make that charge. As we got the battery, we're going to go around the outside through 130R side by side, and so far he kept enough room, so very clean from K&B. As we head down, do we break late to the Castro Triangle? We do, and actually K&B is actually gone for a spin, or K&D, sorry, I don't know why I said B. I think he locked up the rears a little bit, and yeah, so really unfortunate. I thought I hit him on accident, but I don't think I did. He just sort of locked up, so not really ideal. But yeah, lap 4. Yeah, Business is half a second off, so he's definitely going to have a good run as we approach the main straight. But next up is Mac and Cheese, or I should just call him by Mac, within his Discord. Brand new to League Racing. Met him in open lobby, pretty cool guy, and was definitely one of the cleanest drivers I've had in a really long time in an open lobby, so figured I shoot him an invite in here. He's got some good pace to him so far, and he's actually doing a really good job, considering I believe he's also on a controller as well. And I've heard controller may have gotten a nerf, and actually someone's gone off. That's actually Spicy. That's made a mistake. I think he just hit the second of Degna 2. It looks like maybe he got beached on the curb. I think most likely did. He actually goes in for a pit stop now, so he possibly also got some front wing damage. And Degna 2 is, I should say, actually probably approached the first Degna, and you'll see it. Also, it's just the way that the cars are, and they'll really just get beached, and then you just go straight on, and then you try to stop the car, and it's impossible. But one thing they didn't get rid of was the smoke. It's still lingering issues, so don't know how 25 is still already getting these bugs. But yeah, you just, we'll just take it with a grain of salt, I guess you could say, because yeah, I don't know. They probably just will never, they'll never figure it out, it seems like. But Business gets around Mac, and we will approach actually and see what happens. Lap 9, I mean, we're kind of just, I feel like at this point we're all just trying to see what happens. I mean, we've lost the train up at front, and I mean, that was just mainly just from bad qualifying, but also, I mean, we just in general lost the train. So that train consists of Full Sender and Docta and Reimer, and we go down the inside on Mac, and he's actually had a little bit of a slight moment as he approached the hairpin. He actually just locked up the rears completely, and now we have a couple guys pitting. Business and I believe Mac have pitted, so now we're starting to really get some pit stops. And Full Sender, Reimer, and Docta, they all go in now, and we'll see what they do on strategies, but we stay out, and we're going to run till about lap 12 is when we pit. So we now have the race lead for now. So this is pretty good so far for us at the moment. But Full Sender is definitely on a 2-stop because he's pitted for a set of mediums. Reimer and Docta will go to the end of the race on the hard tires. We stay out for one more lap, and then we'll pit. So actually, tires really didn't feel that bad that stint. I thought they were going to really get just dropped off. But to be fair, I think 25 just feels a lot better because I really struggled with 23. And, well, we get a nice little bug. My pit limiter and the pit lane thing, the check mark or whatever, it because they adjusted the pit lanes, so now it's more realistic because now the Sauber's pit lane's at the completely at the beginning of the pit lane, so I hit it and then I got this little thing. But we jump ahead of Spicy on the pit stop. I mean, that's good to be fair, but also he had a wing change as well, so I kind of figured that we were gonna maybe jump ahead. I honestly thought we might have fallen behind, and I don't know how long he's been on those hards. I want to say he's been on the hards for about 7 laps, and someone has actually crashed. That's actually Bolt that's had a crash. We have a safety car, so well, maybe if we stayed out for one more lap, we probably would have had the lead, but it's okay. But yeah, we moved up now because a couple guys obviously had to come into the pit, but safety cars in this lap. A couple guys pitted, just guys that just were on completely different strategies. And Full Center is gonna wait possibly all the way to the line, and he goes. I think he's trying to do like a Max Verstappen type restart, where he just runs straight to the line, but he doesn't. And yeah, I actually get a pretty good getaway, and we are now sitting P4. So honestly, the luck has been pretty great today, considering we started P9. So that's pretty good. We have a yellow flag behind. I don't know if someone has made a mistake or that's just a bug or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but. Yeah, Full Center, he's going to have much more of the pace advantage for right now. He's on the medium set of tires, so we'll see if he tries to run away with it. Docta's all over the back of Reimer now, but Sender has to make another stop. I think at the same time, I mean, 2 stops really just depends. I think 2 stops were going to be the way back in Canada if you did not check out that league race, but it seems like 1 stops are still possible. But like I said, it's still early in the race. I want to say it's early. We're about halfway through the race now. But like I said, anything could change. I mean, maybe the hards fall off and we all just have punctures at the end. Who really knows? But DRS has finally been enabled. Reimer's actually staying with Sender. And also, we're doing pretty well. We're actually staying with Docta, which, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that we are staying with them, considering that we literally... I mean, I feel like I'm pretty slow compared to all these guys. And I'm honestly surprised I'm staying with them. I honestly am. So that's pretty good. But kicks Sauber to the top. Let's make it happen. But yeah, lap 18 now. Spicy's within the DRS as well, so we've kind of just been following him along. And also Business also has the DRS behind, and don't know who is behind Business. I think it might be Mac and Indy and Squirrel and all those guys. So they're also back there as well. And at this point, I'm just comfortable with following Docta at this point for right now. Just kind of keeping the DRS, and I think he's trying to. I thought he was trying to break the toe. I think it was just... Yeah, I think he was trying to break the toe. He's actually lost time to Reimer and also Full Center. I don't know if he just made a mistake or something, but Docta will probably most likely catch back up to that training as he does. Lap 20 now, as he did. And Full Center is definitely under threat now from Reimer, so those mediums are really starting to really see the end of their lives at this moment in the race. But we get ahead of... well, Business actually moved ahead of Spicy, so Spicy's fallen out of the DRS, and I think it's just the amount of how his tires are. His tires are probably dead. I mean, it's been... honestly, there's just... The poor guy just got really unlucky with how he got involved with the incident. But, yeah, we have yellow flag behind it. I believe that's Mac and Indy that have had a collision. Actually approaching the exits of the S's that we get the first track limits warning. So, well, track limits is it's still a thing, thankfully, because if you not check last time in Canada, it wasn't a thing because for some reason the lobby bugged out. So track limits is it's weird to really get a 3 seconds at Japan. I guess it just kind of depends, but yeah, so far everything has been pretty smooth sailing as we're just kind of following Docta through at this point. And like I said, I'm very happy with the P4 right now because considering I don't know if I was going to make the race, this is pretty good for us. And the Docta's made I think he just locked up a little bit, and he did tell me he did have a new setup on. So Full Center now pits, so we now move up into the podium places, and Business is also keeping that threat there. He's 1.2, 1.1, so he's definitely there. As you can definitely see, kind of getting some things. I'm really starting to harvest the battery within the first sector, which is where you're possibly going to gain all that good battery for right now. because you got all these like slow corners and you could really save the amount of battery. You can see we've already, I think we were at 20 at the end of the straight. We were up to 54, so this is actually pretty good. And I believe Docta and Reimer are doing the same thing as well. So now we got a good run on Docta. We actually got really close at Spoon Curve, and now we're really going to dump all the battery we can. And, well, we're going to make that effort as we got the DRS. Let's see what Docta defends. He might go down the inside line. We go down the inside line. We actually hit Docta's tire. I don't know what happened there. I think I just completely misjudged it. And, well, that's just a stupid move by me. Almost just went full-on Kimi Räikkönen on his ass. So that was not my intention. And now we got some wing damage, and we get a second track limits warning. So thankfully the wing damage is pretty bad, but it's not that bad. It's only minor. It's just a loose end plate. So, yeah, that was not the smartest move for me. I should have known better to kind of maybe just try to avoid an incident. Slow reaction times really just caught me out, and nothing wrong that Docta did. He was just defending, so I completely just drove into him. So that's not great. That's not ideal. That's not going to look good on the resume, considering that we've already had some questionable incidents, I think, that in this league. And if you remember from Season 2 Japan, go check that out. But, yeah, lap 25. Business is definitely putting up some... He's definitely throwing some pressure at us now. He definitely is catching, and he's flirting within that half a tenth to 3/10 range, and he's going to gain all that time right through here and now approaching the main straight as we go. But Alpine are looking pretty set for a double podium, so I believe the Alpine TP is going to be very happy with that, and hopefully the Kick Sauber TP is happy with me after this race, considering that I trying to defend right now, which honestly it's kind of working a little bit, but you can see Business, he just can't really get close at the end of the straight. And I think he just really just kind of gets caught out at the Casio triangle where he just loses some time on the exit, but also him being behind the dirty air, who really knows. But he's definitely got the battery now. You can see he's gaining a lot. He's in the slipstream now as we now approach 130R. So we'll see how he approaches it, but this last lap we're really going to have to start breaking the toe down this main straight. Obviously I'm going to do it pretty clean. I'm not going to go full on trying to weave down the main straight as we go. But yeah, last lap now approaching, and actually I think he's had a, yeah, he did has a moment. I think he just completely got on the throttle too early or something, but he's lost that gap. So, well, that actually helped us a little bit, and lap 27, now the final lap. Now we just have to pray for the best, and the wing is definitely not great within the S's part of the track. It honestly, it just feels terrible through there. We make a mistake. We went a little bit wide at Degna 2. Good old Degna 2 is always catching me out, but Business can have a run down the inside line. We'll give him the door, and I think he hits us a little bit in the side pie. I think it was just a effort. He lets us have the position back. So fair play to Business to giving the position back. But I didn't really even feel any contact. But apparently there was contact within replay mode. So I didn't feel anything. But yeah, but Reimer's going to come home. He's going to take the win for Alpine, and from P9 to P3, that's a podium and the first seat in the first race. So honestly, I'll take that. That's not bad. That's not bad considering that we didn't even know if we were even going to make the race like the whole week, and considering that we made it, pretty good. So Kick Sauber gets a podium, first podium of the year. I believe that's actually the first. That might be one of the first podiums in a long time. I don't think. Actually, no. I was trying to remember how many days the last time we got a podium. Not in total, but I think the last podium was at Vegas towards the end of 24. So yeah, but I'm very happy with that. I think the TP is definitely happy with that. I think everybody down at the Kick camp is. Hopefully they're impressed. I mean, we get some money out of it, so I think in total we've earned 10 million over the space of this weekend, because I think we also get the driver of the day, and I think as well from what happened in the D2 race, that money adds up. So there's your statistics or whatever. We get driver of the day, Full Senate gets fast lap, Reimer gets cleanest driver, and race winner most overtakes went to the McLaren of my name is something. I can't see the last bit. I'm too far from my screen. But yeah, overall pretty good race, and to get a podium on debut. Well, on debut for Kick Sauber, which is pretty impressive. But there's results. Ben comes home P5, so good effort for Ben, considering that he had a horrific start, a very just terrible start. But yeah, we'll take a look at this incident, and we'll just see. I completely just drive into him, and I thought it was on lag, but there was no lag, and I just completely drove into him, so that's on me. Completely misjudged it, and definitely something you don't want to do. You want to race your Arrival's clean, but yeah, just my bad. I misjudged it, so not ideal. But hopefully the wing damage doesn't go on the cost, considering it was only a broken end plate, so it's only gonna probably cost maybe like 50 grand at best. But yeah, that's all for me. That's all in today's video, y'all. Thank everybody for watching this video. Thank everybody that's been supporting this channel. I appreciate you all. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one.